Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is B here, just bringing you a multi-comm with influence.
What's up, guys?
And today we're going to talk about a little bit about the gameplay because we're playing Demolition on Lockdown, and don't want to spoil it for you, but I'll tell you that I'm running Specialist with UMP Silencer and MP7 Silencer. Sorry, MP9 Silencer. Do you remember the class you were using, Influence?
Yes, sir. It was, of course, Specialist. That's all I ever used. And it was actually P90 with extended mags and silencer. And my secondary, it was actually, I believe it was the MP9 silencer because I'm actually been using that a lot as well.
Yeah, so we were trolling for MOABs, and just everybody probably knows this and stuff. But you know, if you're trying to get a MOAB, it's really smart to use a silencer. So I think that's why we were both using silencers on both of our weapons, and to have some really fast weapons. It was nice to know that I wasn't using rapid fire on the UMP, but I don't think I had unlocked it yet either. But on Lockdown, it was kind of easy to predict their spawns, and so when you're watching my gameplay, you'll kind of notice like a formation that I run around the map, and that's kind of like a MOAB formation, just trying to make sure that I don't let them get behind me.
Yes, and that is, of course, very important. You do not want an enemy flanking you, because once they do, your whole gameplay is messed up. Let's say that the spawn switch and your back's turned to it, you can get lit up on the backside. Let's say you're on a 20-21 kill streak. Speaking of kill streaks, last game, a couple games ago, I was on a 23 kill streak, and the godforsaken lag that Nintendo offers ended my streak because the guy got behind me somehow, so I was pretty upset about that. But yeah, flanking is definitely not a must. You know, as a player, you're supposed to do that to the other team, not the other team do that to you. And when they do it to you, you really get confused about where they are and whatnot, especially if they're using silenced weapons.
Yeah, and just to talk a second about even having MOABs in the game. Like, I enjoy Modern Warfare 3, and I like the fact that they have MOABs in the game, but I do not like the fact that I can go 23-0, die, and be pissed off, and just ruin the rest of my game. Like, what do I really have to be upset about? I got a 23 KDR out of this game. So really, I got to try to control that part of the aspect. Like, it does suck to get one kill away from a MOAB and lose it, but you got to keep your cool when you're doing that too. Because think about the other players who are going, 3-24, how they feel.
That is the truth. At times, I mean, including myself, I've seen players get mad. They're like quiet the whole game. Not saying a word, concentrating. And then as soon as they get killed by a Dead Man's Hand or FMG Akimbo, some other new friendly tactic that some players use, they really get pissed off. It really just freak out over the mic, causing a headache at times, and then really just wanting to quit the game altogether. And as a player, if you're pulling in 25-3 and the other team's pulling in 3-40, that's not exactly something that you'd be too mad about, in my opinion.
Yeah. No other game that I've ever played have I been so pissed off about doing so good, but but we'll go ahead and move on. We were talking about some topics for this little commentary, and one thing we came up with talking about is some content that you can look forward to coming to this channel is like for another Hive multicom, but it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be live, and it's not really going to be us talking about the game or the clan or anything. It's really going to be our in-game strategy talk. So while we're playing in a party together, we're going to go ahead and get into like an objective-based game mode, and we're going to just talk strategy, letting each other know where the enemy is, who's on defense, who's on offense, what we're going to, probably synchronize our kill streaks and equipment to make sure that we've got every aspect of the game down. So you guys can look forward to some content from that.
And that's actually some secret footage that we really don't like to release.
Yeah, you might get something out of that.
You actually might be like, oh, I never thought of that. In my time in Call of Duty, I've learned to run with portable radars and scramblers. So, half the map can be covered with portable radars. Or half map and half map this and that. Flip-flopping in and out between portable radars and scramblers, bro. So your enemy's getting picked up while the radar is being blocked. So if you just happen to find the enemy and shoot them, they won't know where you're at because the radar is scrambled. And a lot of other tactical gameplay that we use is just call-outs. If we die in a certain spot, we might get mad, but we'll say, he's in the corridor here, he's in the corridor there. And we actually do map walkthroughs where we know most of the map, like the back of our hand, rooms here and there in certain maps, like the hotel on Lockdown, or the two-story garage way back in Black Ops. Good times. But as a clan, we're very tactical based when it comes to objective-based game modes. We usually kill horrors, but we actually like to get the job done as well when it comes to tactics.
Yeah, and like I was saying, like watching us do this, you might be able to learn something. But then again, if you pay close attention, you might be able to teach us something because from an outsider's perspective, you're watching me play and you see like a loophole or something. Maybe you could leave a comment and let us know for that way too. It could go both ways. So. I think some other topics we were talking about is I think Influence was looking around on Private Match through some of the options, and what did you find there that you didn't never see before right now?
I actually never found map rotation. I'm not sure if any of you know what that is, but for those of you who don't, it's actually where you can pick the certain maps that you want to play in a private match and have them cycled through. So let's say, instead of you playing Dome all the time, you can pick Dome, Arcade, and Lockdown, and then as soon as the Dome game's finished, it'll go ahead and move into Lockdown, and then the Lockdown game's finished, and move into Arcade, which really gives you, instead of having to go all the way in the game, then back into the settings to change the map, you can just pick what maps you want from the beginning, and then just play out like that. So be sure to look for that in the Prime Match. Pretty much, it's under Maps, and at the very bottom it'll say Enable Map Rotation, and then it'll just ask you to pick the maps that you want. So if you're ever bored with some buddies, just go ahead and jump into a Prime Match and map rotate it, so that way you don't get too bored on one map.
Yeah, and I also noticed when I first got the game that in Private Match it says recommended amount of players is 10. And I know it's not saying that it recommends that you have a minimum of 10. It's saying that you have a maximum of 10. But that would be cool if in Private Match you can adjust that. You can choose how many players you want to allow to be and maybe how much lag you want in comparison to that. So maybe hopefully a Call of Duty in the future will go ahead and take that for, they'll come up with something like that for private matches. Why shouldn't you be able to add more people to your private matches? That sounds like a good idea to me.
Yes, and hopefully we'll actually see that in the Wii U. I know Activision and whoever they're counterparting with in Black Ops 2, they actually might hopefully throw something in there like that for the Wii U, which hopefully will come out on, where we can actually have more than 10 players. Actually have kill streaks that usually, the big-time consoles have, such as PS3 and Xbox, have those kind of kill streaks. So hopefully, I'm kind of looking forward to the Wii U, but I'm not going to get my hopes too high with Nintendo.
Yeah, I've told some people that when it comes to the Wii U, I'm going to wait for it to come out, I'm going to wait for other people to buy it, and I'm going to wait to see what they think about it before I go and buy it. I am excited about it, and I'm excited about Black Ops 2. I really want to, just like when Modern Warfare 3 came out, everybody was thinking it was going to be the shit, and then they were pissed off about it because of how many patches and how broken it was. So you never really know, but I think I'm definitely going to go off of other people's reviews. And to move on about this channel and stuff, some other topics we were thinking about was, as soon as I got my capture card, I really wanted to mess around and do like some skits. So you can probably see some of that coming on my channel, or even if it's an idea for you, like you could definitely just go into these maps and use their environment to come up with like a little skit that might be funny, that might bring you subs, might bring you likes. People might like your channel better because, I'll even use an example. I did this thing called Arcade Burger, where I had some people go into Arcade and into that little restaurant, and I had some people go behind the counter, and a person, walk up as if he was the customer and like complain about his sandwich, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then he wants to talk to the manager, and the manager's just dicking him around, telling him, "Oh, I can offer you a free ice cream." And the guy's like, "I don't want a fucking free ice cream," like it was kind of funny, but at the same time it was amateur hour because we've never really done anything like that before. But there's obviously in these maps there's environmental things that you can do more to please your subscribers than just bring them gameplay and commentaries and stuff. So hopefully we'll start bringing some stuff like that to the channel as well.
And please, this isn't all about us. YouTube subscribers, if you all have something that you want us to do, something that you would like actually bring up, say, how about on Bakar you do this or that, we would gladly look into that and try possibly doing it and uploading it, shouting you out, your YouTube username, and actually give you props for actually coming up with the idea. So don't let us just limit to our creativity. We like to see yours as well.
For sure. Yeah, like if you have an idea, maybe, what is it, what's the map, Fallen or whatever, maybe, I don't even know where I'm getting at with this, but that little courtyard in Fallen, you could definitely think of something that you could do there that would be funny or whatever, Also, so I guess this is go ahead and this is coming to an end. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. We didn't even tell you guys, but hopefully by now you've seen that I got a MOAB, Influence got a MOAB, same gameplay, Demolition, Lockdown, and that was kind of classic for me. That was my third MOAB, so...
Yeah, MOABs. They're fun. But anyway, YouTube, stay influenced.
All right, thanks, guys.